something to tell you.
What, bitch? Tell me.
Wait. Someone needs to hear this.
Yo.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Please Say It Again. I'm your host, Lily.
And it's your girl, Sadie.
I feel like we've been talking about doing a podcast for years. And then I don't know, where we're like, let's fucking do it.
I know. That's what you have to do, though. You can't,
That is what you have to do. You can't overthink it. You guys, welcome to our podcast. Thank you guys for being here, tuning in with us. Today's conversation is going to be about self-discovery. I'm going to kind of let Sadie talk about what her perspective of self-discovery is.
Yeah, okay, so I'll take it away.
Take it away.
When I think of self-discovery, I think of, like, finding yourself, like, your truest, like, self, you know? And for me, I feel like I've been on this road for, like, a few years, because, you know, I moved from Oregon by myself to LA, where I didn't know anybody. And at the time, I was in a relationship with some guy in the Army, and our paths do not line.
Yeah, this bitch really tried to set me up with her ex-boyfriend's best friend. That's another story for another time. I have a lot of tea about that, but I'm gonna let you continue.
So I moved to LA, didn't know anybody, was in a relationship that I had been in a year and a half prior, so it was going on 2 years. But yeah, so moving away from everything that I knew, everyone that I knew, it really made me like ground myself and just discover who I am and what morals and ethics that I like value the most. Because, you know, when you start going to college and you surround yourself with brand new people, your values and morals and ethics, they all get challenged. And it's up to you. It's really up to you to stand your ground and to say, no, like, I don't want to go like do an acid trip in the middle of LA by myself. Sorry. That does not align with who I am. But maybe like by myself in my apartment with my best friend. I don't know. Like, who knows?
This bitch paused on the self-discovery. I was trying to call her the other day, and she was out with some friends, and she was fucking drunk. I wake up to this text because I'm like, oh, I'm going to bed. She texts me. She literally says, bitch, when we move together, we have to do acid together. I was like, what?
Wait, okay. So I have this friend here in LA. She's also moving to Vegas, which is so weird because we haven't talked in a while. So it was like,
wait, she's moving to Vegas?
She is, yeah. So we were talking about like Vegas. She was telling me about her friend because we were talking about shrooms. And her friend is very like spiritual. She was like, well, I did it for the first time a few weeks ago. And this girl, she like sages the area. She lays like, crystals out. Like she makes it like a very calm like experience. And I was like, see, that's how you have to do it. Not in the middle of downtown LA with people that you met like 2 weeks ago. Like, you're gonna do it responsibly.
Oh my god.
And that's
anything for the spirituality.
Yes. So I mean, in about 5 months we'll come at you with a shrooms update.
Okay, anyways, let's get back on our topic. We got a little distracted.
Yeah, we got a little distracted. Anyway, so yeah, morals. They were like really tested, but it's really up to you. And obviously sometimes like things happen and you do things that you regret, or not that you regret, just like things that you wish that you hadn't done or you would have done differently.
Right.
So for me, I feel like that was the biggest thing, like moving to a completely different state around completely different people. That was when I really started to find who I was. And then, you know, came time where me and said boyfriend broke up. And that was another journey because he was like my first love, my first everything, and breaking out of that and just, I'm gonna say it. Like, I have no shame. Like, a bitch was a hoe for a
That's
hot
on
minute.
period. No, we love hoe stories. I would love to have a segment of us like having just people come on our podcast and tell their hoe stories.
No, I'm down. Like, I'm so down for that. Like, yeah, no, I'm so down for that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I went through this phase for a hot minute.
You gotta go through
And
it.
yeah, and honestly, like, I loved it. Like, it was fun, whatever. Like, there was some like moments in there where I'm like, that guy was a pig, that was nasty. I could have gone my whole life without knowing him. But hey, like, we're here, it happened, whatever. So fast forward to now. Within the last like, I would say like 6 months, like, especially since like COVID started, it's really like grounded me and made me realize, like, and I'm sure everyone can relate to this, like seeing a bunch of people around them lose their jobs and just like quarantine, like we were all stuck in our houses for how long? Like, it really just makes you question life and what you're doing and your purpose. And like, it really showed me that your employers, they don't care about you.
For
Like,
real.
it doesn't matter if you've worked for them for 10, 15 years, they will let you go. Yeah, so it just made me like, okay, what do I want to do? Like, I want to have my own thing. I want to do me. Like, I don't want to work for anybody. Like, I want it to be me. And so I just really started this like journey of like self-discipline and shadow work, meditation. I'm very like spiritual in that aspect.
Yes.
And journaling and just going within. Like, literally everything you need is within. And I think that's like the most important thing to know. And so yeah, I think, I'm still like on my journey. I'm not like I'm not like this new woman that's like, oh my god, like, I'm so centered with myself, like, I know exactly who I am. No, like,
Yeah.
I'm learning new things every single day about myself, and I'm just running with it. I'm just rolling with it. And so yeah, like, big things happen in life, every day or once a month or whatever, that really make you, evaluate your life and change a little. And that's okay. It's all about
That is
growth.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a little spiel about myself. But Lily, I'm going to ask you your first moments of like self discovery. Like, what was that like for you?
I think there was a lot there was a lot going on, and you guys will hear about every single thing in between on different episodes, different whatever we talk about the day. Like, I've had a crazy, I want to say 3 years have been insane. And I would say my first real step into self-discovery was after I ended a really, really big friendship. I was in such a bad place, and that was kind of the cherry on top. That kind of woke me up, and it made me realize that I was very dependent on friendships. Like, I could not, if I didn't have friends, then I felt like I just, nobody liked me. And it made me
Dang.
feel so lonely. And I think after that friendship, I really realized that I needed to learn to be alone and happy. It's one thing to enjoy being alone for like one day and then having to be with people the 6 other days of the week.
Mm,
And then it's another thing to like being alone for a while and being okay with it,
yeah.
and like loving it. Like, you have to love being alone, honestly.
Yeah.
And that was one of the hardest things I had to learn.
I love that you said that, because I think it's important that a lot of people associate like the word alone with loneliness. And I think that
Yeah.
there's a huge difference between like being alone and loving to be with yourself and then being lonely.
Yeah. That was the realization that I needed to, work on myself. But honestly, the beginning of 2020, I ended another friendship. And that one wasn't as big as the one before, but that friendship, although it was short and bittersweet, it did leave a small impact on me too. And so it really made me realize that after that, anybody who was in my life had to be there because we had respect for each other, we loved each other, and it was mutual. I
Yeah.
couldn't, like, I just could not do another ending of a friendship. I just needed
Mm.
to know everyone in my life, like, appreciated me the way I appreciated them. And so I think the beginning of 2020 was the start of my self discovery journey. I was getting really into meditation, law of attraction, all that good juice. And I'm super, super thankful to Sadie because she really introduced me into a law of attraction. And it was during that period of ending my first friendship. I remember I called you up once and oh no, I went to pick you up. I picked you up. It was my
Oh.
dad's birthday and you were in town, you were with your parents, and I went down to get you. And on the way back, we just had like the most relieving conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a discovery. And I think 2020 was my year. And although this year has been crazy and insane with quarantine, and we almost went to the fucking war at the beginning of this year.
I know.
All that shit, like honestly, this year has been such a healing year though.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
quarantine just helped me be alone. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had to be alone. I wasn't working. I couldn't see any of my friends. Well, I saw one friend like once a week, but it was like for 15 minutes. And we both needed like human interaction. But it really, like this year, although it's been, quote unquote, the worst year ever, like for me, and I think for a lot of people, especially people who went off on TikTok, who's gotten recognized, like it's been an amazing year.
Yeah.
And it's crappy, but like I feel like there's also been good things about this year. It's such a reflection.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of like what I went through. And yeah.
You brought up so many great points that I need to think about for a second. Like, you know, realizing what you bring to the table and realizing what other people bring to the table. I think that's important. If you ever feel like you're bringing more to a relationship in your life, whether it's a romantic relationship or a friendship or with your family or whatever, like it's it's important to know like what you're offering, and is the other person offering more, or are they offering less, or is it equal? And in a lot of cases it's usually the other person is offering less, and self-discovery and finding your self-worth is so important, because when you realize like, I bring all this to the table and more, you know what you deserve. And if the other person's not giving you what you deserve, then baby, like it's time to go. Like
Mhm.
you only have so little minutes on this like earth, you know? And if anything, like that's what we should be picky with. Like be picky who you give your time to. Be picky
Period.
who you spend your time with. Like
Period.
that's something you'll never get back this time.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. And I think that something also with like self discovery is like not just learning to be alone, but also learning how to appreciate others.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of the big things that ended a lot of friendships I had was not being appreciative of each other.
Yeah.
And I've made it with my self discovery. It's also about learning to be a better version of yourself. Like, I've learned, and I'm sure like Sadie can agree, because yeah, in high school, like we were the dynamic duo, but it wasn't the same as who we are now. Like we're completely different people.
Oh
We are
yeah.
not the same people, but like we grow together.
Oh for sure.
And I think what I love about our friendship is that we can bounce off each other and respect each other And I have made it a point to make sure Sadie knows that I do appreciate her and everything she's done for me because that's what I wanted in a friend. So I had to learn to give that to a friend. So
Yeah.
I think that's also something in self discovery people don't think about. What you want to attract in your friendships, you need to be able to give it to other people.
Oh yeah, I love that. And
Yeah.
same with, I mean, same with Lily. Like, even if it's rare that we go a day without talking, but if
Yeah.
we do, like, my favorite thing is opening Snapchat. And I don't even think I've ever told her this. Like, my favorite
Oh,
thing is opening Snapchat and like seeing a little video from her being like, I just wanted to say I miss you, bitch. Like, I hope you're having a good day. And like sometimes I like send those back, but it's just the best things. It's like, in life, especially being in a long distance, like best friend
oh my
relationship.
God.
Yeah. Like, and that's a whole other thing.
That's
It's
a
just
whole
like,
other story.
yeah, you can get wrapped up in life and like school and work and, whatever else. So then it's just like, it's just nice to know that someone else is thinking of you and they're just like
Yeah.
hoping that you're having a good day. And like, that's great. I love that. So yeah, find someone that will go the extra mile for you. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say.
And I think also for me, like the reason I do it is because like if I'm just and it's all intuitive, honestly, like if I'm just doing nothing and I'm just, thinking, letting my mind roam, and I think of like Sadie, then I'll send her a snap. Or if I think if I think of other friends, like, friends I haven't talked to in a long time, if I just think of them, I'll like send them a text because you get that feeling for a reason. And sometimes they needed it. Sometimes, and like me, when I send those texts or videos, it makes me feel good because that's how I express my love to my friends. But I mean, that's what I see self-discovery as. I
Yeah.
see it as you're discovering yourself, but also like learning to understand what you want in your life is what you're going to have to give out. Because you can't just ask and ask and ask and not be able to give. You have to,
You have to be the reflection of like what you want.
exactly.
You
And
can't just be like, I want loving relationships and then shit on all your friends. Like, that's
yeah,
not
that's not it, boo.
gonna.
No, yeah, I definitely think that those were my two biggest takeaways from self-discovery, and I'm still on that journey. I'm still discovering who I am. But if you don't have a support system, if you just don't have friends who are there for you and you just feel like you don't have that friendship, because honestly, the friendship me and Sadie had, like, it's rare. Like, I've never ever in my life met anybody else who has connected in the same, like, we literally, once we're together, it's like we're in sync.
Yeah.
Like, we just come in sync.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, just remember, like, this is your life. And when you start working on yourself and your self discovery, it will come to you. The people who are meant to be in your life will come to you.
Yeah.
And
And the
that's
people that are
okay.
meant to leave will leave.
Are gonna fucking leave.
And sometimes, like, you literally just have to, like, ask. Like, you have
Yeah.
to ask the universe, like, okay, show me who is supposed to be here and who's not. And they will show you. Yeah, the universe will show you. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
it will.
yeah.
Or
Uh,
whatever you believe in, like it will show you.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's not a short journey. You have to be prepared to go through rough patches. It's not gonna
Yeah.
be all fucking sunshine and rainbows.
No.
Like it definitely wasn't. It was a roller coaster, but it feels I think what keeps it going is that you feel slowly better and better
Mm-hmm.
after each like up and down. Like
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you're getting closer to who you want to be.
Yeah.
And those little times, like be grateful and like
Yeah.
absorb that in and then push from that. Like make that be your motivation. And if you need anyone again, like our doors are open,
We're
y'all.
here.
We're here for you. Like,
We're
honestly, we
here.
are.
You
Yeah.
know, at the end of the day, self self-discovery is all about self-growth. And as long as you're growing, you're discovering like more things about yourself. I feel like there's no better way to kick off the first episode of Please Say It Again, because self-discovery, self-growth, that's what we're about. Where we just want to take you guys along on our journey and share our journey with you guys, and we want to know what your journey is, and we want to see if we relate. Just start a conversation. I'm just so excited, and I think that it's going to be great, and I'm so excited to jump further into everything with everybody and with my girl Lily. And yeah, even like through this one episode, like I have learned, Lily, I never knew that. I mean, I guess in a way I did, but the whole friendship thing, I didn't know that if you didn't have like a close like relationship, you felt alone. And I just want to thank you for opening up about that, because
I think well, I think I never talked about it because I was scared to seem so needy. And that too, like that was something I learned I had to stop doing. I had to like appreciate my feelings and understand if people won't understand my feelings, then that's their problem, not mine. And but then at that time, like I didn't know how to express. I was always scared of being too much for people. And I think because I lost so many friendships in my life, it's actually fucking insane that I just didn't, I was scared to lose like a friendship. So I didn't want to tell people that that's how I felt. But
I think that's so funny that was one of your like insecurities. Not funny, but I think that that's so ironic, because for me, like that's what I loved about you, is you were always like for me and all of my friendships prior to you, I felt like I was the one that was like giving so much. Like I'm that friend that like is like too much. And then meeting you and like the whole, like I remember we would get gifts for each other and we would go shopping with each other, and like you would, when I left for college, you made me like that big poster board and you gave me that jar of like things that you're like, remember this, and like memories and stuff like that. And for me, like that's what made me love you more, is because I was like, wow, like she takes the extra mile. And for the longest time, like it took me a long time to reciprocate that, because I never like had gotten that like from a different friend. Like, so I was like, oh my God, I need to match this energy, because this is a friendship I don't want to lose.
Yeah. But yes, I hope you guys really enjoyed our conversation today. We didn't go that deep, but we went a little deep. We want to hear from you guys. When did you start your self-discovery? If you haven't started it, like what do you want to change about your life, and why haven't you? Like why haven't you started? Like we're here to motivate you to start. Again, please go follow our Instagram. It's at Please Say It Again. And future platforms we will have uploaded in our Instagram bio. And yeah, that was such a good conversation, guys. It felt like it was really nice, a good start.
Well, guys, thank you for listening in to our very first episode here on Please Say It Again. And we are so excited to jump into next week. So we will see you then. Have an amazing day. We love you.
And peace out. Bye, y'all.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yo.